Have you ever found a message that suddenly changed everything? Sometimes life sends signals in mysterious ways, like a note, a sound, or even a glance. Stories like these help you learn English naturally, and they keep you excited for what's next. Before we start, please remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to enjoy more stories every day. Jacob lived a calm and simple life in his small city apartment. He was not the kind of person who looked for trouble. His days were filled with routine, morning coffee, work on his laptop, and quiet evenings reading books or watching his favorite shows. He liked comfort and predictability. One morning, Jacob woke up like any other day. He stretched, went to the kitchen to make breakfast, and opened the fridge to get some milk. But then he saw something unusual, a small note stuck on the fridge door with a magnet. It was a piece of white paper with just one sentence written in messy handwriting. If you want to stay alive, leave at 3 o'clock. For a moment, Jacob froze. His heart beat faster. He looked around his apartment carefully. Everything seemed normal, no signs of a break-in or danger. Who could have put this note there? What? Was it a prank? Or something more serious? Jacob tried to stay calm. He put the note on the table and looked at it again. The message was simple but scary. It told him to leave at a specific time. But leave where? And why? He checked the clock. It was early morning. He had many hours before 3 o'clock. He felt a mix of fear and curiosity. What should he do? Should he call the police? Should he tell a friend? But deep down, Jacob knew he had to be careful. He decided not to tell anyone yet. Instead, he started to prepare. He packed a small bag with essentials: water, some snacks, a flashlight, his phone charger, and a jacket. He didn't know what would happen, but he wanted to be ready. As the day passed, Jacob's mind was full of questions. He watched the clock every few minutes. The city outside looked peaceful. People walked on the streets, children played in the park, and the sun shone through the windows. But Jacob felt a strange tension. The note had changed everything. It made the ordinary feel dangerous. Finally, the clock's hands moved to 3 o'clock. Jacob took a deep breath, grabbed his bag, and opened the door. He stepped outside, locking the door behind him. The street was busy as usual. Cars passed by, people chatted in cafes, and the city buzzed with life. But Jacob knew this normal day was the beginning of something unusual, a mystery that would change his life forever. He walked quickly toward the corner cafe where he sometimes met friends. As he passed the shops and street vendors, his phone suddenly buzzed. It was a message from an unknown number. Do not trust anyone. Go to the old train station. Stay alert. Jacob's heart jumped. The message was short but urgent. He looked around but saw no one watching him. Who was sending these warnings? And why? He decided to follow the instructions. He changed his direction and headed toward the train station, which was on the far side of the city, near the river. The streets became quieter. The buildings older. Fewer people were around. Jacob's steps echoed on the pavement. As he approached the station, he noticed it was abandoned. No trains, no workers, just empty platforms and silence. Jacob felt both fear and curiosity. He knew he was now part of something bigger than he understood. Suddenly, a shadow moved near one of the platforms. A woman stepped out of the darkness. Her eyes were sharp and her voice calm. She introduced herself as Laura. She explained that Jacob had unknowingly entered a secret conflict in the city, a group watching over something important, and his life was in danger. Laura told Jacob he must be careful and trust no one except her. She handed him a small device and told him it was his key to safety. Jacob realized that the note on his fridge was only the beginning. His quiet life was over. Jacob held the small device tightly. It was about the size of a key but looked very modern and complex. Lara explained that this device could help him access safe places and send emergency signals if needed. Though Jacob felt nervous, he also felt a spark of hope. For the first time, he understood that he was not alone. Someone was watching out for him. Lara led Jacob through dark tunnels under the old station. The air was cool and smelled of stone and metal. The walls were covered with old posters and graffiti. Jacob wondered how many people had walked here before him. As they moved deeper, Lara told him about the secret group. They were protecting the city from hidden dangers, people who wanted to control things from the shadows. Jacob never believed in conspiracies before, but now everything seemed real. Suddenly they stopped at a heavy metal door. Lara used her own device to open it, and a bright light filled the room. Inside, there was a small team of people working on computers, maps, and radios. They looked tired but determined. One man approached Jacob. He was the leader, and his name was Marcus. Marcus welcomed Jacob and explained that the note on the fridge was a test, to see if Jacob could handle the truth. Jacob listened carefully. He learned that the city was under threat from a group trying to steal important information. The secret group needed Jacob's help because of something only he could do. Jacob was confused. Why him? Marcus smiled gently. You have a special skill. You see things others miss. You think carefully and act quickly. That is why we need you. Jacob took a deep breath. He was scared but ready to face the challenge. Over the next days, Jacob trained with the team. He learned to use the device, communicate secretly, and move quietly through the city. Every day brought new lessons and small victories. One night, Jacob received a secret message. The dangerous group was planning something big. He and Lara had to stop them before it was too late. The mission was risky. They had to enter a building where the enemies worked and find the stolen data. Jacob's heart pounded as he sneaked into the dark building. Shadows moved around him, but he stayed calm. Using his training in the device, he found the hidden room and copied the data. Just as he finished, alarms sounded. Jacob ran through the corridors, chased by guards. His breath was heavy, but he did not stop. Outside, Lara waited with a car. Jacob jumped in, and they sped away through the empty streets. When they were safe, Jacob looked at the device in his hand. He smiled. His life had changed completely, from an ordinary man to a hero protecting the city. By listening this exciting story, you have learned many useful English words and phrases. You practice present and past tenses, conditionals, and descriptive language, all while enjoying a thrilling adventure. This is the magic of learning through stories. If you like this story, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. What would you do if you found a mysterious note like that? Remember, every day there is a new story waiting for you here. Don't miss out.